How's it going, girls? You all right?
It's been so long since
It
we've
has.
seen
I know it has been ages, far too long. How are you all? You all good?
you. Yeah,
Good.
right.
Yeah, Natalie, it's great to meet you as well because I don't think we've ever met in the past, so it's good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you all doing? You in Oregon at the minute? Am I correct in thinking?
Yeah, we're in Bend, Oregon.
Beautiful here.
It's so beautiful. We're looking at like these giant snow-capped mountains outside our window,
Amazing.
and yeah, we're playing 2 nights here with Luke Bryan. It's been last night
Yeah,
was crazy. It was
yeah.
so
It looks
fun.
like you've had so much fun on that tour. Tell us about it and what it's been like to be out with Luke and Dylan as well. Looks like a great tour.
He's just awesome. Luke is so much fun and he makes you feel so comfortable. He's so welcoming of everyone. He wants everyone backstage watching his show. I mean, it just feels like you're with family. And you'd always heard we've met him a few times, but we'd never really spent time hanging out with him. And we'd always heard that he's just so down to earth and normal and nice. And like he's just exceeded every expectation you could have of someone. Yeah. He's just like he sets the bar on how you treat people. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, it must be so great to get back out there as well. Have you guys noticed a whole new level of sort of passion from the fans as well? Because I think people have been dying to get out there and listen to music. Have you noticed that being on stage?
Oh yeah, I don't think people are taking it for granted.
Yeah.
Like when shows and music were kind of taken away, it was like now there's a whole new level of appreciation for that type of entertainment and freedom and ability to be with your friends and what it all means. I think there's a whole new meaning to it. And we can certainly feel it every night. People are just so pumped to be out there. And like there's bigger crowds for the very beginning of the show. People want to see the whole show. And yeah, it's incredible. We're
It's almost
so
like
grateful.
kid energy, like
Yes.
the first time that you get to go to a concert and you have that like visceral, like, oh my gosh, everything is so cool. It feels like everybody has like gone back to being a kid for concerts,
Including us.
including us.
Yeah. And how's this new music been going as well? Because the likes of T-shirt, I mean, the fans seem to be loving that one on the streaming platforms. But how's it going down live? Because I'm guessing that's such a great live track.
That is one that really, really hits live every single time. That's been so fun for us to get to play it. We didn't get to play it that much before we released it, but it is one of the songs that you feel kind of an immediate response from. So that's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And do you think the last sort of 18 months for you three has been a beneficial experience in terms of gelling together and sort of working out how you work together? What's it been like to sort of get away from the relentless touring, the promo that you guys would usually do and be able to have so much time together? How has that been?
I think everyone probably can say that there has been some type of benefit in their life from the last 18 months, despite, all the negativity that's come with it. But I think the biggest benefit was that we were able to really do more intimate work together, which is, being in the writing room and in the studio. That's a very much more intimate setting where you really get to know each other on a completely different level as far as like creativity and skill set and how you make decisions together instead of just being thrown back out onto the road and like playing show, which is a completely different set of skills and mindset. And I think we're all really grateful that we got that time, that kind of like accidental gift, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the CP would really exist at this moment.
Yeah.
And we also made a Christmas record, which was really fun and really good. And we're really proud of that. So yeah, we got to work like creating right away, which was, we didn't waste any time. We went straight into the studio.
Like before you get a deal and you're in a band and working on it, like you've been writing for years before you get your deal and get to make your album. And then you're writing a couple of years after that. And it's like your second album, you're like, okay,
you have 10 minutes to make a
yeah,
second
you're on the
record.
road and you have zero time to write. So we kind of got a blessing where we had, 18 months to actually like get together and write music, which we haven't been able to do for 5 years.
And really recharge personally too, which
Yeah.
also helps fill for what to write about. You know, I mean, it's like if you just get in the hamster wheel of being on the road, that can get, it's a lot of the sameness. And so being able to just take a second and live our lives a bit was recharging both personally and creatively.
And Naomi and Jen, what's it been like to have Natalie as part of the group now? Because I mean, even the recording of "We Were Rich" that you did, it's like it feels like the group's taken on a whole new dimension now since Natalie's been involved. So, how much fun has it been for you two?
Amazing.
And awesome. It's awesome. You know, it's like we've said this a couple of times. You may have heard us say this, but the very first sound of Runaway June, we had a ton of fiddle, and it was way more rootsy because of that. But we couldn't afford a fiddle player, so you know, you can't really pump fiddle tracks through a stage. Like, people are going to wait a second. So we kind of like pulled that back and started. It really changed the sound. So when Natalie came into the group and she played fiddle, we were just so excited, and it's really made a resurgence into the music, and it makes the shows so fun. Natalie's just a little, and yeah, it really, you do a little facelift, you know. It was like just a lot more energy.
Also, in the writers room, I've never written with someone that plays fiddle, that like brings the fiddle to the right, and that's been my favorite part. Like, it is so much fun having write, and it's so funny to see all the co-writers are like, oh my god, this is so cool, we have a fiddle. It's just so unique. No one brings a fiddle to a right.
I mean, hardly anyone brings a guitar to the right side.
Yeah, so that's been my favorite thing. It's like, and to see the co-writers' reactions, they just love it. Like, they're so excited to have a fiddle in the room.
Well, speaking of co-writers, how much new material have you guys actually got that's ready to go now? Is this EP the start of lots of new music that's going to be coming over the next year, or what's the plan?
Yes, it was very hard to narrow down the songs. Let's just say that we have a lot of songs we love. Yeah,
well, the personal favorite for me on the EP is Down the Middle. Absolutely adore that track. It's gorgeous. Yeah, and that one's been around for ages, hasn't it, as well? So what's the story with that one? Where did that one come from? How come it's taken so long to get out there?
You know, we've all, like Naomi said this too, songs just find their time. Sometimes, you know, it's written and it's just not their time to be released yet. I think Miranda Lambert's "A House That Built Me," I think it was written like 10 years before she recorded it. And so that's a song that didn't quite fit on our first album, but we just loved it. It was something that we just always came back to. It's really one of our most favorite songs we've ever written.
And then we started putting it in the set and playing it out, and then it was getting a reaction.
In Europe for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, we came in 2020, right before the whole shutdown. We started playing it in Europe, and great reaction. We're like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
we love it, but you never know.
We were crazy surprised just because we knew it was such a good song that we would eventually record. But now, but a ballad, but it kind of, it's also like, it's like a ballad in the way that a Coldplay song is a ballad, you know? And we kind of joke that that's our Coldplay moment. It kind of has like it's just is like different, but I going back to what Jennifer said, sometimes songs are just born before their time, and you just have to wait around until they mature and show themselves that, like, hey, this is where I want to live now. And that
also,
one really did
when
it.
Natalie heard it, she was like, oh my gosh.
The first time I heard that song, I was blown away, and I was like, oh my gosh, we can do this. Like, this can be the next Runaway June thing. Like, it's just one of those songs that it really hit me in my gut, and I felt like we had to record it.
And that was important. That was before she was in the band, you know. We want us to all love the songs and be a part of it and stuff. So for her to be that passionate about a song that was 5 years ago, you know, was really cool.
Yeah, it gives such a nice balance to the EP as well, because you've got the likes of "Forgot About That," which is like the most infectious country song of 2021. I think for me, it's such a great tune. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that one because you wrote it with Corey Crowder and Emily Shackleton, two of the best songwriters out there. Tell us about working with those guys and how the idea came about.
You know, the idea of that was kind of what is like a classic Nashville songwriter experience. It was like we were all talking about this completely like weird topic. I think it was like even around the election. I don't even remember what we were talking about. And one of us was like, "Oh, do you remember that?" And someone else said, I completely forgot about that. And I remember Corey like plucking it out of the air and going, "Whoa, that's a title. Like I forgot about that." And then we all just started to be like, "I forgot about the way that you used to kiss me." And it just like started to just kind of create itself, and not every song does that. It was like super fun, immediately kind of felt like a Shania Twain, like fun thing. And it's like a flirty song that's like, I'm so mad at you. And then the minute that like he walks back in and kind of gives you that smile, like I completely forgot like how much I like you. I forgot about it.
Also, we didn't realize how much we say, "Oh, I forgot about that," in everyday life. Like,
all the time.
All the time. And every time we say it now, we're like, "Oh my God." We don't think about it. And now that it's our song, when we say it, we're like, wow, we say that probably 5 times a day.
But that was so fun to perform, and it just has like a little like, I don't know, it's got like a little teeth, it's just fun. It's like really fun.
Yeah, how do you guys decide on the radio singles as well? Because I know that one's going down pretty well at radio, whereas you got T-shirt that's doing really well on the streaming platforms. Tell us about the decision making process for country radio.
Everything's changed right now. It's like first streaming was following radio, and now radio's following streaming, and now it's kind of like radio is taking control back. And so we're kind of just waiting for a little bit. We just started playing them live literally a couple weeks ago. And so we're just kind of testing it out. For us, we're like, we love all of them.
Yeah. You're so right though, Dan. It's crazy. Like radio, like terrestrial American radio forgot about that. And then streaming is doing T-shirt, and then some people really like T-shirt. So, these things shake out. We just have to give them a little time. And the choosing a single process is different. It's different for every artist, every song. And like Jen said, I think we just need a little bit more time to see which horse comes in. Right now they're kind of doing this, so we'll just see.
And luckily we love all of them. Yeah. Like it's the first time where I felt peace about, oh my God, it is. I don't care. I love them all.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you got to work with Dan Huff again in the studio as well. Tell us about working with Dan, because obviously he needs no introduction. But why is Dan at the level he's at production wise in Nashville? Why is he the go-to guy, having worked with him?
Well, because we've worked with him before, but this is Natalie's first time, and so I'd love to hear what you say, because I was so excited for her to get to experience him, just because he's so wonderful.
Yeah, I was so excited to get to work with him, just because it's almost like if you're in music, he's one of the bucket list producers to get to work with, and a lot of it, he's incredibly musical, and you feel very confident in his hands. Like I trust him when he gives me suggestions, and we really worked on like my fiddle solos together, because he's coming from that guitar player situation. That was so fun. I really think though that what has made him long lasting is just his absolute kindness and work ethic. Mm-hmm. He is not too good for anything. You go into his home studio, and at 7 or 8 o'clock at night one night, he's so busy. It was the only time all of our schedules could fit. And, his family's downstairs, and you're just up there singing and playing. And he's just the best of the best. It really doesn't get better than Dan.
Yeah, agree.
And just before I let you go, girls, because I've already taken about 15 minutes of your time, I don't want to take any more. But you're coming over to C2C next year, which we're so excited about. It's been a long time coming. I feel like you guys are so deserving of that main stage slot, and you've been waiting a long time. But how excited are you to be finally getting that shot?
I'm buzzing.
So excited. Like playing the main stage at that festival is such a honor, and not everybody gets it. It's not lost on us, that invitation. We're so excited. We've been we got to be at the O2 during like the C2C festival, and see like the fans in that arena and like what that means. And so to be able to get that opportunity, we just can't wait. I mean, I feel like March is going to be here in July, and yeah, I'm already buying stuff for Easter. So
Well, girls, thank you so much for doing this today. Really, really, really appreciate your time as always, and we'll hopefully catch up in person in London when you finally make it over.
definitely,
sure.
definitely.
All right, thank you, girls. I'll let you go, and yeah, best of luck with the rest of the tour.
Bye, Dan. Have a great day.
Have a good